Hey y'all, thought I'd do a garden update. Hubby went out crabbing for the last time this season, and I'm feeling a little sad because thanks to my chronic illness, namely my EDS, causing me a shit ton of pain, I have not been able to go out crabbing at all this year. So I figured I'd come out with my plants where I'm happy and I'd share it with you. And the pros are telling me they want to get fed. Can I have a moment, please? Just a little moment. Thank you. Even with the petals falling off, these are just some of the most beautiful flowers. I just love them. I absolutely love them. And this color over here, isn't that just, it's just gorgeous. Oh, we'll start out with the worst of it right now. The tomatoes and tomatillos have just collapsed. I don't know what I'm going to do. And I'm in so much pain lately that the idea of it just hurts just thinking about it, but we'll see what happens. On the positive, at least we have tomatoes finally. These are supposed to be beefsteaks. They don't think that's a beefsteak. These are cherry tomatoes, so the seeds had to have been mislabeled. Look, though, I get a Cherokee purple. There's a sandwich with your name on it. Just ripe it. I harvested a lot of the onions, either between, them being ready to just go, and then the squirrels getting out here, see the holes, squirrels, and throwing parties in the garden bed at night. I ended up having to pull a lot of them. It wasn't too bad. I mean, a lot of them were about this size. So see that one, see how it's flopped? Yeah, that one needs to go. I'm thinking that I may just pull them and then replant. So we'll see. I'm still waiting on seeds from, look, yeah, waiting on seeds. Yeah, this is the bed that had the beans and broccoli and all that kind of stuff, and I haven't replanted in here. So yeah, you want to see what the squirrels do? This is all from the squirrels. So to combat that, in this bed, I put plastic down at night to try to keep them from digging up the seeds that I planted because I direct sowed. Next year, maybe I will plan ahead and sprout, because this over here is Blue Lake bush beans, and then this is purple cabbage at the far side and regular cabbage here. So I will probably sprout those indoors. But over here, I'm going to plant carrots and beets, and you can't sprout those indoors because those are root veggies, and they don't like that. They like to be direct sowed. So it's going to be a battle. Over here, I planted my shelling peas. The peas I grew earlier in the spring were sugar snap peas, and then I found out you can't can those. The texture changes, so I froze them. These will be specifically for shelling and canning. See, I'm taking off the plastic, and oh, there was a little worm there. You can see where they dug right in the corners where they could get in there, but at least where my seeds are were protected. They'll still get up here during the day. I'm constantly having to yell out the window to leave my freaking garden beds alone, but hopefully, fingers crossed, that's gonna save my seeds. See, again, over here, it's like, where the hell are you going? Are we digging for gold here? What the hell? Ugh, little turkey butt. I'm not sure. I'll have to look up and see how long it takes for these seeds to sprout. And if they don't sprout, I'm assuming a week at most. If I don't see any sprouts, replant again. But I mean, at least he's pretty with all my marigolds. And then that's nasturtium. I am hoping for cabbage because I want pickled cabbage and sauerkraut. Like I said, we had a lot of rain and really hot weather here for Western Washington. So I don't know if you can remember, that one was pretty small. And then the one I'm about to show you was about that big before all that started. And now look, I mean, every day I'm coming out here and kind of guiding this to, come through the fence so that it doesn't crawl out into the driveway. I'm going to have to get some of those plastic clips just to make sure. That still waiting. Is that where a little watermelon is going to grow? I hope. I mean, at this point, I'll be happy with just one watermelon. I want a watermelon. Over here, though, look at the cucumbers. I mean, they've gone crazy. And look at that one out there. These are green goddess, green dragon. Can't remember. Anyway, but I may pull that one. It showed them getting, bigger. They're the longer seedless variety. But I mean, look. I think people have been taste testing, and they didn't like the taste of the skins. Thank goodness. So I'm happy. Got cucumbers. These are my potato bags. I found a potato somehow that got left in the yard during the harvest, and it was a big one. And it had grown some, oh, what is it? Chits? Is that called? Yeah, I'm learning. I just shoved it down in there. So we'll see if that one grows. I don't know. But if I remember correctly, it took a couple weeks at least for my potatoes to have leaves showing on the top, and I added more dirt this time. So hopefully by the end of this month, we'll see something. I'm not sure. This has become the highlight of the yard. It's kind of like the water cooler at work. I have got finches and nuthatches, I think they're called, and crows and doves, and now we have hummingbirds coming in. I'm so glad that I put these two things in my yard. These are the onions that I harvested. I need to get them. There's some little ones in there. I need to get them hung up in the house so they can dry. But again, with my pain levels, it's kind of difficult. I got to do what I can. There's not a lot going on out here. This is finally dried and the rain has stopped. So I'm going to come out here and harvest all the cilantro seeds. Yeah, those need to be replanted because holy shit. Same with my thyme and the sage. I was shocked. This has been all underneath here, but oh, looks like some slugs might have got in there. But it's going crazy. The lemon balm, need to get some of that dried. Blueberries, and then Pedro. Look at all of the tomatoes that are on here. Like, I'm so happy. And then that broke. Luckily, it happened when my husband stepped on it and not me. Down here, the rain, see the pumpkins like crawling, looking great. This is the butternut. It's still, I see a lot of blossoms, but I don't really see anything growing besides that. The delicata, again, is looking fabulous. Nice and pretty and green. I see a lot of blooms starting down there. And the spaghetti squash. Now, the pollinators are not doing their job with this, so I have had to hand pollinate. So just looking back here. Oh, yep, see, there's the other one I hand pollinated. So, you know, at least we know we have two, but hopefully we will have more. See, this one looks like it's dying before it even, yep, see, right off. So I don't know. And then the leaves, like, is this because of too, ew, good gracious, there's some slugs in there. Is this because of too much water? I don't know. I'm at a loss. I have no idea. But so far, 2 spaghetti squash. So that's the update for today. Hopefully today I'm going to be getting my dehydrator set up to dehydrate onion tops that I'm going to grind into onion powder. And I'm also going to be making fire cider. So I was going to share that recipe with you. As long as my body will cooperate. So fingers crossed. I'll talk to you next time.